God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
That's some really good news.
Somebody has something to say? Okay. I heard something. Okay, today is June the 13th. I'm Judge Kapler. This is review hearings. So when your name is called, come up to the table to your right. I'm going to review your file with you. And if people that are out in the lobby hear this and have a review, they need to come in now. If you miss when you're called, you'll go to the end of the docket. Call the reviews, please.
Michaela Baker, Jordan Bartram, Sidney Daly, Alicia Fell, Misty Hunt, Kimberly Jones.
Michaela Baker, 24-754. Michaela Baker?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Am I pronouncing your first name right?
Michaela.
Michaela, okay, sorry. All right, you've got still more community service to do. Are you still going to Southern Hope or Council?
No, that has been completed.
Okay.
I stopped Monday and I was informed that they were going to stick my certificate in my file down
Okay,
there.
well, they need to, I've got one where you completed anger management. You were also doing substance.
No, I was not.
Well, I look at the report, initial report, let me see what it says. One 24-25. Mr. Baker entered our firm on 12/5/24 to treat a substance use disorder at level 1.0 outpatient. He's consistently demonstrated commitment to recovery, remain compliant with all program policies and requirements. Then I have something from them saying you completed anger management, but I don't have anything saying you completed substance use treatment. And they said that you were there for that.
I know they had to put it in through my insurance because this was an assault charge.
Yeah, I know that.
I didn't know anything about the substance abuse part of it.
Well, your initial evaluation by them said that that was part of what your treatment was. So I need a report from them either saying you completed it or they've revised that and don't think you have a problem.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
I researched my emails on Mr. Baker. They did receive an email, they didn't give me the certificate or anything. It says he's completed all obligations to our program and is no longer receiving services.
Okay, all right.
It's just an email, they didn't send anything else.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll accept this email as proof that you did finish with Southern Hope.
Okay.
Now, you still have community service to do and fines and costs, and you did make a payment to that. So
Yes.
get your community service done. When can you do some community service?
It will be completed this weekend.
Okay. You want to keep your reviews on Friday?
Yes, if we can.
All right, July 25th, if you get everything done before then, you don't have to come back. That'll be at 9 a.m. on July 25th.
All right. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Jordan Bartram, 24/757 or 3? 7. 24/757. Are you Jordan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. paid your fine, you just have to finish your community service.
Yes, sir. I think I got 3 more
3 days
days.
left.
3 more days. Yes, sir.
Can you get that done the next time frame?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Mondays or Fridays for your hearings?
Either one, sir.
Okay, I'll make it July 28th, and that's a Monday. That gives you a little more time. July 28th, get it done, you don't have to come back. Just confirm with your probation officer you're finished.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sydney Daly. Sydney Daly is 17977.
Right here.
All right. Sydney Daly is appearing by teleconference, has paid fines and court costs, has to finish community service. You've got 19 hours left to do, so a little over 3 days. When can you get that done?
I'm hoping to have it done by the next time I put in there. This time, I've only had about 4 weekdays off since I came back in here last time, and 2 of them I went to get some hours in, but I should have it done by next time I come in.
Okay, July 25th, if you do get it done, you don't have to be here then. Just confirm it with your probation officer. July 25th, 9 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Alicia Fell, 2695. Alicia Fell. Alicia Fell hasn't paid anything on fines and costs and only done 1 day of community service. Alicia Fell, is Alicia Fell one line? No? Okay, Alicia Fell has failed to appear, so there'll be a benchmark for failure to appear. Misty Hunt, 212088. Okay, I have a report from Lawrence County Recovery. Okay, it's a good report. And it says you're going to make a payment on your fines today, or you?
Yes, sir.
How much are you going to pay?
70.
Okay. And I'm showing you still owe 9 hours of community service?
I actually done 18 hours. I did not have a paper to sign off on, but she did have a paper. It was at the Memorial weekend at the cemetery there in Ironton with
I've not
Lou.
received it yet, Your Honor.
Okay. What agency was putting that on?
Lou is the one who done it. I'm not even sure, but she's the same one that I done my 1 hours for at the Haunted Tunnel.
She'd have to give me something with the contact information so I can call and verify.
Okay, I can contact her and that way she can contact you and verify
Just
it.
have her send something in verifying your hours.
Okay,
Okay, and you say you're going to make a $70 payment.
yes,
Well, if you did 18 hours, some of that will go toward your fine too, so.
thank you.
Okay. Do you want to keep Fridays as your hearing?
Please.
July 18, 9 o'clock. Get it finished. Quick come to these hearings.
Yes, sir.
Kimberly Jones is here. Ms. Jones.
How you
Yeah,
doing?
are you making a payment on your funds today?
I made payment about 3 days ago.
Okay.
Need to find out how many hours I got in community service. At least close to 80. They said they'd have my information when it comes
Did
today.
you, yeah, you paid $30 on June the 9th.
Right. $60 within like 30 days from the last court date till now. Total.
Are you wanting to work off your funds, or you, I think you've done your community service you were ordered to, it looks like.
I don't know, I thought it was 200 hours. I put in 80.
I don't see that there's any community service left.
Are you sure?
Just fine. Well, go over with, if you have a question about, go over with Mr. Major, your probation officer, but looking at the file, it looks to me
No,
like
well.
you're done on community service.
I will, because I don't care about that. I don't care about doing the community
Well, you can
service.
do extra and it goes toward your fine.
Right,
Okay, I'll set your next hearing for, you want it on Friday or Monday?
Friday's okay.
July 25th. 9 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll check with him when I'm on the way out, okay?
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Jeremy Kearns, Brian Marksberry, Jamie Rose, Scott Taylor, Kimberly Trout, Holly Wingate.
Oops, sorry. Jeremy Kearns,
Yes, Your Honor.
23,738 and 739. Fines are paid. You got 2 days of community service left, right?
Yep.
Okay, when can you get that done?
I'm gonna get that done this month here, before my next time. I'm gonna do my best to do that.
Are you still going to Bethesda?
Yes, I'm in sober living,
Okay.
so yeah, I'm still in there.
Is Taylor here or?
I'm not seeing her, Your Honor.
Okay. It sounds like you're compliant, but still working on stuff. So that's good. Keep working on what you need to do. Get your community service done, and we'll see you back July the 18th. Your next hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. 9 o'clock. Brian Marksberry, 24,590, 24,362. Brian Marksberry has not finished and does not appear today, so he'll get a warrant issued. Jamie Rowe.
Your Honor, if I may, she did turn community service in today.
Okay.
I have already entered, I think I just gave you a copy of it. I think you gave her a copy just now.
It looks appropriate.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
I don't remember how many hours off the top of my head. I had 3 or 4 people.
It was 20 and a half, I believe.
Okay.
20 and a half.
And she's got a report from United Family Recovery, and I reviewed this before court, and it looks good. So, good job.
Thank you.
So continue with that, and are you gonna pay anything today?
I'm currently not working, I'm seeking
Okay.
employment,
That's
yes.
fine. Your recovery is the main thing, and I'll wait on you to pay your fines and costs, as long as you're being compliant and doing what you need to do on your recovery efforts. So So it doesn't matter if it's Monday or Friday for you as far as the review hearing, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna switch you to Monday, July 21st will be your next hearing. Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing, you're doing well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Scott Taylor is here, 24-1941. Are you still going to OVP, Mr. Taylor?
Yeah, got a letter here if you need it.
Okay, good, yes.
Okay, they're getting sick of me.
I doubt that. I'll read one sentence, which sounds really good. Scott continues to show much progress over the course of his care. So that's good. Good job. You feel like they're helping you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My counselor, he's real good. I mean,
Good.
I've had him for about 2 years now.
I'm glad things are going well.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you back on July 25th,
Okay.
9 o'clock.
Can't grab the paper.
July 25th, 7:25.
Okay.
Kimberly Trout, 24-252, Kimberly Trout. She has not appeared and hasn't finished, hasn't done much on her case, so she'll get a warrant for not appearing today. Holly Wingate. Holly Wingate, 24-704. Has been called, has not appeared, hasn't finished. There'll be a bench warrant issued for failure to appear. Is that finished?
Yes.
Got a text to send, and then we'll start with the arraignments.
When he comes through, I'll let him know. Yeah, it's fine.
We're going to start the arraignment hearings next, so anyone that has a new case, or if you had an old case you missed the hearing and got a warrant issued and you're wanting it withdrawn, you need to be in here now after going to the clerk's office and checking in, because if you weren't on the docket, they wouldn't know to call your name and get your file. When your name is called, come up to the table to your right, stand there, and I'm going to go over the charge with you. You have a right to understand what you're charged with. You may not agree with it. You don't have to agree with it. It may not be true. But I have to tell you what you're charged with. That's one of my jobs. I don't decide what people get charged with. That's not my job. That's the prosecutor's job, and with the police. They decide what you get charged with, and then I judge the case. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you do make statements, everything that you say in here in this room is on the record. And what that means is it's all being recorded. Now we even record your video. So if you dispute, well, I didn't say that, there's going to be a video of you saying whatever it is you said. So you don't have to say anything. What's important about that is don't get up. A lot of times people want to get up and start talking about, the judge, this is what happened, I did this, and they said that. This is not the trial today. So when you make those statements, nothing's going to happen over. I'm not going to say, oh, you're right, leave, I'm dismissing your case. That's not happening. But you might have did something about your case that'll hurt your case down the road. So less said, the better. It's better to talk to a lawyer about it if you want to have a trial. You have a right to have an attorney. You have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail. You have a right to make the state prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. So if you enter guilty or no contest, you're waiving all those rights I just told you about. You should not do that if you don't understand the proceedings, if you're confused, if you don't know what to do, if you want a trial, if you want to talk to a lawyer. Bottom line is not guilty is always the safest plea to enter. It doesn't waive any of your rights. Guilty and no contest, waive your rights. Don't do that. If if you're not sure what to do. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus William Rice, case number TRD 20-2404, TRD 182548.
All right, sir, you're William Rice.
Yes, sir.
You had a review hearing on Monday, I guess, and you weren't here.
Yes, sir.
Do you have an explanation for that?
I guess I moved the wrong date down, plus I got overtime for that day.
I didn't understand the last thing you said.
I got some overtime so I could pay on my fines some more.
You did make a payment on your funds.
I got my-
Still showing you a couple days of community service, is that right?
No, sir.
He turned it in this morning,
Okay, very good.
both days.
Okay, so no warrant has been issued and no warrant will be issued since you appeared today. I'll set your next hearing. Do you want it on Fridays or Mondays?
Fridays are better for me.
July 18th, 9 o'clock. Is your next hearing. And let's see. You're getting close to being done. Get it done and you can quit coming unless you want to. You're always welcome to come anytime. Court is open to the public, every court session. Anybody that wants to come and watch can. That's one of the things about, I'll make a little speech on it. Our court system is different than a lot of courts around the world, because sometimes they'll have court in private. I mean, you're there, nobody from your family, the public, they can't watch. In Russia, they do that. They'll have a trial, nobody's there to see what happened. Here, there's a few exceptions, like for juveniles, but for adults, everything is open to the public, and we can have it on YouTube now. So you can sit at home and watch it if you want, or you're welcome to come in. You have to come in until you get this finished.
Right. I have a question. I've been trying to get my license, and I finally, after a lot of rigmarole, I need a, a petition for driving privileges with a court-ordered payment plan for my reinstatement fee.
Let me see what you got. Is
Right.
that something you got from the BMV?
Yeah, I know, well, they told it to me and I wrote it down. The B&B, the court-ordered payment plan for the reinstatement fee, and then I gotta take a test, and they won't let me take a test till I do that.
Okay. Well,
And that's close.
yeah, I don't know, I mean, I can't be your lawyer, so I don't know. It sounds like you need a lawyer, and you probably can't afford one, and I can't appoint a lawyer to help you with getting your driver's license.
It's a court-appointed paper. I have to go through the lawyer to get it.
Well, contact the BMV. If they have something that you can fill out yourself and file it with them. Now, I do know they have some programs that you can file directly with the BMV.
Okay.
My position is, I mean, you got convicted of driving under suspension here.
Yeah.
Now, you still owe some of the fines and costs. I don't know if that's why they're not letting you get a driver's license, because you still owe, but you don't owe that much. You owe $125, and on the other one, it's $141. It's probably less than that. It's less than that now because you pay $50 on it today.
Yeah, that's all together, and that's not why, they're not letting me get it, because that last charge I got was, I didn't come in here, and there's a 2-year mandatory suspension, but the court can order what they said, that reinstatement fee through you all, and they let me get my license. Just, I'll get some more research and come back with it.
Okay.
All right.
We don't have a form or anything like
No,
that.
I'll do what they tell me to do.
Okay, July 18th, your next hearing.
State of Ohio versus James Childers, case number CRB 23483, A and B.
And so you're James Childers.
Yes, sir.
It's alleged you had a review hearing on a resisting arrest charge October the 18th of 24 that you didn't appear for. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you have an explanation for that?
Just a miscommunication between my lawyer and him not, I guess, representing me as the case had been already adjudicated. I wasn't aware. It was, my last court date was interesting. 'Cause I had to sit in the back for a little while. So I didn't have a lot of information about any follow-up. So when I reached out to my lawyer, he was like, I don't have anything, for you for court. So it was a bit of a misunderstanding.
You didn't know what you were sentenced to?
Well, the court sentenced me to, I think it was 5 days in jail, but I already had some time served, so I didn't.
Mr. Smith was your lawyer, right?
Right, yes, sir.
I think he's here today, so why don't you talk with him and we'll recall after that's happened. Let's have Mr. Smith come out. Mr. Smith, this is James Childers. You want to take the court's file?
Yes.
He's saying that he failed to appear because there was some miscommunications. You were his lawyer. I'd like for you to talk to him about when you're ready. We'll recall.
State of Ohio versus William Kettlinger, case number CRE 24631. CRB 111152 A, B, and C. I'm told he's appearing on Zoom, Your Honor. I was told.
Okay, I'm ordering you to come to the courthouse. I'm not allowing you to appear by phone. You have to appear.
What is it?
Are you in a treatment facility?
Yeah,
Where?
ODD.
OVP, bring him to the courthouse. I want him here.
Is OVP here physically?
No, they're on today. It's in letter.
Okay, you come to the courthouse. They can transport
You all come to the courthouse, letters, report.
you. I want you to come to the courthouse today. That's it.
Okay.
We'll call you up when you get here. Next case.
State of Ohio versus Bruce Curry, case number CRB 25124. Your Honor, this is the pre-trial.
Bruce Curry, need Mr. Stratton in the courtroom. We need the lawyers in the courtroom and their clients. Tell your clients they need to be in the courtroom, lawyers, and get in the courtroom. You want the case called. We're not calling any lawyers' cases that aren't in the courtroom. Have a report?
Where's Bruce at?
He's out, agent client, so he should be dropping himself here.
What time is it? It's 10 now.
I just know you're push 42 now. Get to me.
Any idea where Mr. Curry is?
No, sir.
No, Your Honor. Back on the 19th of May, he failed to appear. Then he came in after that, and this date was set. And then, I don't know where he's at now.
He's been compliant with us here at RIS at outpatient.
Okay.
It is just now 10, maybe he's just not here yet, so.
All right, we'll recall later in the document.
Yes, please, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Evan Davis, case number CRB 25202. Evan Davis.
Your Honor, Mr. Davis is in common pleas court. I believe in Jackson at the moment. Yes. I spoke to the prosecutor about that. We asked that it just be reset. We do have a status letter for you.
Okay.
Everything okay? Good. Yeah, looks like great.
It says he's compliant with his treatment.
Yes.
He's where today?
Jackson County Common Pleas Court.
Okay.
Yes.
Apparently he's on community control there already.
Yes.
So you want to continue this? Is he ordered to go to treatment from that court also, or?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Do you
Not that
know?
I'm aware of.
Okay.
All right, so when do you want to continue this to?
Whenever the court does, Your Honor. I know the end of this month and the week of the 7th are bad for me. But
Week of the 7th, can you be here the 3rd? That's a Thursday, because the 4th of July is on Friday.
I will not, Your Honor. Kids stuff out of town, so.
July 14th. then.
July 14th work.
That's a Monday.
Yes.
And that's at the request of the defendant, since he's not here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls James Childers, case number CRB 23483 A and B.
This is Mr. Smith's case. It was on post-conviction. Mr. Childers appeared today. There's been a warrant outstanding since October. Is there some confusion about his community service requirement?
There was, Judge, he was in the holding cell, he didn't hear, he indicates, and I didn't look at the file to see if this is correct. You paid your fines now?
Paid the fines, and I believe I've done the community service as well.
Okay, when did you submit that?
Last, I submitted it to you, submitted it to the court.
Go to John, he goes to probation.
Your Honor, I can check into the probation office and find out.
Okay.
if
They
it
want to
is.
thank you, Judge, yeah.
It's James Childers. Mute your microphones, whoever's on the mute. Whoever's talking, you're coming into the court. Mute your microphone. Okay, go ahead.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Brammer, case number PRC 25721 A and B.
Just keep mine. All right, this is Mr. Smith's case set for pretrial today.
Usually,
Judge, we have proposed, what we're negotiating, talking about is, if this was a high test, if he would submit to a, I don't know if they call them AOD assessment or SUD assessment, and get into treatment, assuming he qualifies, that we would come back and monitor his progress for a little bit. And one issue I don't know, he has Kentucky insurance, private insurance, so I don't know who would qualify to assess him. I know sometimes having insurance is a hindrance, weirdly enough, in these cases.
Was there ever proof of liability insurance? Can you check?
I did not see that.
Yeah, I don't know if that would cause any problems in Kentucky, but it would in Ohio. There's no proof of liability insurance during the time of the stop.
He says he has it through Kentucky Farm Bureau, he'll have to show that.
Okay. Well, that needs to happen before the case is resolved.
I'll encourage him, is it on your phone? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, you might try some of the more medically based, associated with a hospital or something like that, usually bigger ones that can take health insurance.
I don't know if ARC does that, but we'll find something, Judge, that he can get into.
All right, how much time do you need to do that?
Just to be safe, Judge, 3 to 4 weeks.
The 18th of July,
Let me see this.
Friday.
If I can be here at 11, I can do it. I have a 9:30 mediation.
Are you sure? Most of my mediations take a lot
Well,
longer.
I said it's 8:30. I said 9:30, 8:30. I figured a couple hours, so I get here at 10:30, 11. But I
I'll
can.
set it at 11 o'clock.
Thank you. I can do
July
that.
the 18th.
So I want to just clarify so that I understand. It sounds to me like you want to have him assessed for treatment so you can advise him accordingly with respect to the ODI.
Yes.
That we would want to see him complete treatment.
Yes.
But I think it's important to find out what the results of that screening are before we agree to
No
proceed.
agreement for jail not to be imposed at this point.
Yes.
Right, it depends on his progress. He does treatment, complies with, yeah. That's
What
my
I've been
understanding.
doing now is I sentence them to the jail time, and then I suspend it on the condition that they complete everything, including fines, court costs, community service, counseling, all that, because we've had people that don't get the jail time and they don't pay their fines or do their community service, so you gotta do the whole package if you want to avoid jail.
Yeah, Judge, he will do what he's supposed to do. I have confidence he will.
All right, July 18th to 11 o'clock, July 18th, 11 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Amy DeMint, case number CRB 24363, CRB 24525, CRB 24526. Mr. Ashworth, the special prosecutor, Mr. Morford was in the courtroom, and he just walked out.
We need Mr. Morford on Amy DeMint. Mr. Ashworth, the special prosecutor, he's appearing by teleconference.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Hopefully you can hear me. I apologize, I previously had my mic on. I did not know that.
Okay.
Forgive me. We're here today switching this to a pretrial because one of my officers is on vacation. There are 3 pending charges. I had a conversation with Mr. Morford, and we had decided in the interest of judicial economy that all 3 charges be submitted to the court for trial at the same time. So we just need a new trial date, time's been waived, and there's no objection to the motion. So it was already granted, I believe, by order that's in the docket. So actually, we're just here to find a date that will work for the court to make sure that we can get this thing tried and over with.
Okay, I'm pretty open in July, so is there dates in July that would, the only one that has a trial set on it is the 21st, so other than that, we can set.
So Your Honor, one of the problems is I have 3 trials in my civil practice in July, so, and then another in August. Unfortunately, all look like they're going to go. So I need to schedule in September.
Mr. Morford?
Judge, I have no problem with that,
Okay,
and I'm pretty much free all of September right now.
okay, Mr. Ashworth, give us some dates in September that work for you. I've got one, actually do have one trial scheduled September the 8th, so that's out.
Well, and that's my trial, Your Honor, and frankly, you probably,
okay.
I wouldn't have a problem doing both on that day. I don't expect that trial will take very long. If I could have a couple hours with that one and a couple hours with this one, we could be done with both. If that's up to the court, if not, we could do it on the 5th is fine.
You can do it the 8th if Mr. Morford is agreeable.
I can do that, Judge.
September the 8th for trial at noon.
Can we start at 2? I'll start the other one at noon.
Okay, 2 p.m. I would suggest having your witnesses here early, that way if one case settles out, we can start the other one without having to wait around for witnesses to get here.
Stage advisor, I'll do that for sure.
I'll do the same, Your Honor.
All right, September the 8th.
Thank you, Judge.
Good. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Tyler Counts, case number CRB 25238.
Mr. Smith's case, pre-trial.
Your Honor, this is a Walmart theft case. I've explained to my client that we intend to enter a guilty plea, but he will need to be screened prior to sentencing. He's willing to do that, obviously.
All right, Mr. Counsel, you agree with your lawyer, you want to change your plea to guilty, as I take it, Mr.
Yes.
Smith? Guilty is an admission the charge is true. I'm going to order you to get a urine screen. It's not just you. I did this on all Walmart thefts because I find a substantial majority of the people that are shoplifting at Walmart also have a drug problem. And if you do, then I'm going to intervene in that. So go with Mr. Cooper and get your urine screen, and then come back after we get the results.
State of Ohio versus Donald Donahue, case number CRB 25170, CRA 25175.
This is Mr. Smith's case.
That's from my doctor. This is more like that. He said I wasn't on a drug addict and I gave him all that drug.
Let me borrow that for a second.
Yeah, Graceway account. Well, we knew that. So we just wanted to continue doing that. We need to resolve the underlying charge of the theft. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Yeah, that's his, I'm sorry, that's his original. Well, a copy of his original.
Is this mine, Pete?
I need to have a copy made, he just gave it to him, it's a copy of a copy.
How's the state going to proceed?
Your Honor, this is a case that was originally before the court on a theft charge, originating with Walmart. And then the court will remember there was an incident that happened here at court that was resulted in the tampering charge. It was determined by everyone concerned that we wanted Mr. Donahue to get into treatment, which he has done. Originally, there was an assessment for substance abuse, but I think the counselors determined that really it was a mental health thing more than a substance abuse issue. And so Mr. Donahue has been attending and taking part in counseling at Graceway, which he provided a statement today. So we're very encouraged by all of that. However, we still have, from our perspective, the original theft charge that needs to be resolved. And if he's willing to go ahead and do that today, we would want him to continue in treatment. And then we'll keep that third-degree felony pending, and we'd ask the court to dismiss it at a later date if he continues to do well in his counseling, and save him the possibility of going to prison.
The only issue I would have, Judge, I don't know if that third-degree felony, if it's dismissed, is eligible to be sealed. And if he enters a guilty plea, it's in relation to a plea agreement. I don't know if that, I know in West Virginia it certainly does. If it's part of a plea agreement, the felony's dismissed, he can't have it sealed. And I don't know the answer as we sit here. I can certainly find it before the next hearing.
Okay.
I hate to do something that he does all of this.
Find something that is lesser included of some sort.
I'll look. We don't have to go out real far, Judge, but I would like time just to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do for my client.
What's your availability in July?
Let's see, Judge, I'll pull it up here. Looks like I'm here the 7th, which is a Monday.
That's fine.
Is that okay? Perfect.
July 7th will be the next hearing.
And I will get an answer to that question. Yes, I will get an answer to that, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Charles Nance, case number CRB 25-331, CRB 23-386, CRB 25-291, CRB 25-37, CRB 19-237. Your Honor, there are 2 new charges on this case.
Judge, he has received the charge. If you want to appoint me to these charges, as long as we will waive reading, Judge.
All right.
I have the case numbers for those charges.
The new ones, 25-331. And one's an old case, so this, I guess it was never granted. 23-386.
Your Honor, if I may, he did turn community service, in 8 hours of community service, and he done that failure towards his older case this morning.
Okay.
And I made a fine payment.
You're gonna make the payment on?
I already did.
How much you pay? See, he paid $50 that today. He paid $50 this morning, Judge, he's telling me.
Okay, what's the state's position on bond for the new case?
Well, Your Honor, just for point of clarification, this is charged as it arose out of an incident that was already pending. We determined it was appropriate to add the charge of aggravated menacing to the assault that is in 25-291.
So it arose at the same time?
It did, and so we don't request any additional bond.
Okay, and there is a bond posted on 25-291, so I'm just gonna continue that bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm assuming you want some time to consider these new charges.
Please,
before we
Judge.
come back.
Yes.
How about the 11th of July?
Yes, Friday, yes, I can do that.
Next hearing, July 11th, for pretrial on everything before the court.
Take these with you. These are your copies, Charles. These are your copies. I'll get it from the court.
What's the new court date, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
July 11th.
7/11.
State of Ohio recalls pilot accounts, case number CRB 25-238.
Okay. You tested positive for methadone. So I guess you're going to Ultimate Treatment Center and...
Yeah,
What's your...
it's Amazing Grace in Portsmouth.
Oh, Amazing Grace. Okay.
Yeah, I've been getting there for a couple
What
of years.
level of methadone you're taking?
I don't want on it permanently, so I've been weaning myself off of it. I'm down to 40 milligrams now.
Oh.
So
Well,
almost,
you're about to the point where you could go.
almost off of it, yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to go on another medication? You can switch to Suboxone or...
I'd rather be off of everything if I can, you know, I don't want to be dependent upon anything, but one of my other doctors wants me to be on Sublocade, so it's kind of my decision at that point, I guess.
Are you getting some counseling with regard to these issues?
Yeah, I get counseling too.
At Amazing Grace?
At Amazing Grace, and I have a mental health doctor / counselor. She's an actual doctor that writes my mental health medicine too. And I have a primary physician. I have like 6 different doctors.
Okay, well, it takes a team sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
to get what you need done.
Right.
Okay, as part of, well, you have a right to make a statement to me if you want. Do you have anything you want to say about this before I send it to you?
I would like to apologize to Walmart and all of its employees. This was a stupid decision, and it's just, there's no excuse for it. It's just because finances were hard. I think I'm waiting on a disability case to go through right now, and it's still no excuse for it, but I did it just kind of for my stepson because he collects cards, and that's what I took for cards. To make him happy, but other than that, there's no excuse for it. It's just a stupid decision, and I would like to apologize to the company and all its employees for that.
All right, thank you for that. I'll impose a $100 fine, order you to pay the court costs, 10 days in jail, all suspended. I'm going to order that you continue with your counseling and treatment at Amazing Grace and your other providers.
Okay.
And I think it's a good goal to get off of methadone.
I would like to be off everything, I think, just entirely,
Methadone, in my opinion, from what I see around here, is not a good alternative. Just Amazing Grace may be better, but the one in Ashland and the one in Huntington just pass it out like candy, and they don't do anything to try to control people or help them
I think
get clean.
I think it depends, like, on the person, really, like, if they want it or not, comes down to that.
Well, there needs to be more controls on that, in my opinion, but I'm not in the legislature, so. Your review hearing, I'm going to set for August 15th, and what I'd like for you to do is bring me some kind of report as to what you're doing for the counseling. I'm also going to order you to stay out of Walmart.
Yeah, okay.
That's something they request.
Okay.
I'm surprised they're still in business. They seem to be doing okay. I've heard so many people stay out there, but somehow they keep the doors open. August 15th will be your review hearing at 9 o'clock. See Mr. Major in his office. He's the probation officer before you leave. Everything I'm telling you is going to be on something called the judgment entry, and he's going to give you a copy of it.
Okay.
And you can always check with the court, and you can always check online. The court has a website on your case to see if you forget, when am I supposed to be in court?
Okay.
There's no excuse, people, because it's right there. You can look it up.
So August 15th at 9 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
And just bring like a progress report?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge. State of Ohio versus Cody Ingalls, case number CRB 25104.
Smith's case set for pretrial.
Judge, there's going to be a limit by the state, I understand, from an M1 aggravated menacing to a M4 menacing with the 10-day jail sentence all suspended.
We leave the fine up to the court.
Court costing. Currently, there is a no contact order. He has indicated she no longer wants that in place. I explained she will have to go to the prosecutor to have that removed. It will stay in place unless and until she does that. But we are agreeable to a guilty plea to that amendment if the state were to make it.
If this is correct, what's in the affidavit, I'm not gonna agree to the reduction. I set it for trial. That's serious business.
Just set something for the 11th, Judge, or the 7th.
Tell me, is there a problem with the case? Why is it being reduced? This is really serious, what's in the affidavit.
I would defer to the state judge. The offer was made and my client said he was.
We approach, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Judge, I understand that the state is going to attempt to contact the alleged victim. My client tells me it's summer, there are 6 children. I don't know if she can make arrangements or not, but if we could hold it open this morning to see, and if not, I'm here next Friday if it's just the cost.
Let's just go ahead and do that. Let's just move it a week, and then that way we...
Well, I'm here next Friday.
Be here.
That easier? Okay.
Okay, I'll continue it to June 20th, and I would request that the complaining party be present for that hearing. The allegations are so serious.
I'll see you then. All right, take care.
State of Ohio versus David W. Moore, case number TRC 25135 A and B.
This is Mr. Smith's case at the recall.
Judge, he does not have a medical card or insurance. We've talked about him at least have an assessment, maybe continue this to see how the assessment goes, and if he's recommended treatment, that he comply with treatment, and he's willing to do that. He just doesn't have a medical card. I hope somebody can help him get one. We just never had a medical card, private insurance. So he has actually no pay source at all at this time.
Well, I mean, we just need to go ahead with the case. It's a second offense. It's been pending for a while. Want to set it for trial?
I think so, Judge, yeah, if that's. Do we do the 11th or 18th of July?
July 18th at noon for trial.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, we have a visiting Judge Landefeld, and he has a case on the docket today. I'm going to go ahead and call it now. He's appearing by teleconference.
State of Ohio versus Justin N. Legare, case number CRB 24-817.
Good morning. Today is June 13th, 2025. This is Lawrence County Municipal Court. I'm Judge David Landefeld. I'm a retired judge sitting by the side of the Ohio Supreme Court, and this is the State of Ohio versus Justin Legare, 24 CRB 817. We're here for a pre-trial in this matter. Where are we, folks?
If I could have just one moment to speak to my client, Your Honor.
Okay.
I think we're going to need to get a trial date, Your Honor. I'm going to be gone for a little while here coming up, so we need to work on figuring out dates. Your availability is obviously going to be primary because I assume you're going to want to attend this in person.
Yeah, if it's right, is it going to be a bench trial, jury trial?
It'll be a bench trial, Your Honor.
Bench trial?
Yes.
Okay. That'll make things a little easier. And just for the record, has Marcy's law been complied with as the alleged victim that notified of this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And is not in attendance, I take it?
Not today, Your Honor.
Very well. Well, when are you thinking about having a trial in this matter?
Well, I guess the question is, do we want to do this on a regular court date, or do we want to do it on a day that the court's not otherwise in use, which I believe is Wednesday and Thursday, right, during the day?
Or, I mean, there's a brief civil docket on Tuesdays, but usually it's over by 10:30.
Tuesday is the best day for me, Your Honor, because I usually have court in other courts in the county on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Well, this court on Thursday, on Mondays and Fridays, and Mr. Hill likewise has court on Thursdays in another court. So if we could do a Tuesday that would work with your schedule, that would be our best bet.
Okay, well, the first Tuesday that I would actually be free for this would be July 29th. Would that work for you folks?
I believe it would work for me. I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor, that's fine.
That's how it works, so you can get a trial date, you can take.
Okay, so let's, why don't we set this
Hang on.
to a trial?
Your Honor, if I could have just a moment to talk to my client, we may.
Unless that day doesn't work. End of the month. So you can see what needs to go ahead.
One moment, Your Honor.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, come back to it. I'm not done.
Your Your Honor, we're going to go with that trial date. I apologize.
Okay, so it's going to be July 29th. Let's make it 10 a.m. That's how it works for everybody.
Is 10 enough time for the civil docket to close out?
And we'll have.
Well, I think it later than that.
I mean, I wouldn't need to go much later. It might be, I was just thinking 11 might be closer. 11 might be a little safer.
Let's do it 11 o'clock on July the 29th. Is there anything else we need to consider about this?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
One thing is, with respect to a time waiver, which
Right.
I've got a proposed entry, Your Honor, that I'd have Mr. Steyer sign, and I've signed, and I guess they'll fax that to you.
That's fine. There haven't been any issues with the protection order, am I correct?
Not that I've been made aware of,
No,
Your
we
Honor.
haven't been made aware of any problems, Your Honor.
He's harassed me a few times, but that's not a problem with protection order.
Well,
He's not aware, not
let's
harassed.
keep abiding by that protection order, because that could cause a whole raft of new issues if it's not abided by. So we'll set this matter for a bench trial on July the 29th, 2025 at 11 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much, and you all have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Adrian Price, case number CRB 24693, CRB 2557.
This is Mr. Smith's case.
Your Honor, I'm going to step out.
He's here.
Oh, I was speaking with the lady from Thrive Judge about this guy. Sorry, that's where I was. Your Honor, we had spoken earlier this morning about making a phone call after court. I'm available. I've opened up my schedule. If we could maybe recall this.
Will Ms. Holler be available, you think, Mr. Hill? Did you?
I called and left a voicemail for her and haven't heard back.
All right, so I'll pass this until the end of the docket, and we're gonna, lawyers and I will make a phone call to the hospital in Athens. We've had some conversations with her previously, so we'll take that up after court is concluded.
Thank you, Judge. Yes.
State of Ohio versus Robert L. Slaughter, case number CRB 24692, A and B, CRB 24346, A and B.
Mr. Smith's case is pre-trial.
Said that he likes to have at least 3 sessions before we write a report reflecting with the person.
So you want 3 more or 2 more?
Yeah, 2.
Okay. Judges, there the 2 cases. One was to pay cost. Have you paid cost yet on that one?
That's already, yeah, that's already.
Okay. Then there was a new one. We're coming back today. The state was looking to get input from the alleged victim, and also Mahajan, my client is telling me, needs 2 more sessions before he's going to complete whatever treatment it is.
Okay.
Not completed, just, you know.
To get the report?
Yeah, to get a
Okay.
report, because he said that it was going to be some time.
Okay.
You have a report from Mahajan?
The last report that I brought in was just a month and a half ago, or was it a month ago or 2?
I think
About a month ago, and, well, I've been in a couple other sessions with him, and he said that he likes to write reports about every 3 to 4 sessions.
So when we were here back
We might tell him that the court would like it for our court sessions.
Yeah.
If he needs a court order.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it's just where he just had wrote one like a month ago.
Well, we get him more often than that.
We tell them when you, every time you have court, let them know your court date.
Okay.
So in addition to needing that report from Mahajan, we also had indicated that we would reach out to the alleged victim to find out the current feelings there. And we have left voicemails and not had a response. Just,
So it sounds like we need to come back anyway.
Yes.
It does, Judge. If you want to go out like a month, 11th or 18th, I'm here in July.
Let's do the 18th.
Yes, sir.
July 18th will be the next hearing. We need a report from Mahajan.
You can tell your doctor you have to have that.
That's what I say. I see him again on Monday.
Perfect. You see Monday, 10.
Yeah. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Christopher L. Smith, case number CRA 25-8.
All right, this is Mr. Smith's case set for pre-trial.
Judge, it was an extradition situation. He has a warrant out of Noble County, Indiana. He's had a monitor on in Judge Ballard's court. For whatever reason, probation would not authorize him to go to Indiana, use the monitor and open it up. That situation is resolved here to plea on Wednesday. He has no monitor. He has an appointment Tuesday to go to Noble and get that cleared up. If we could put this on the Friday, next Friday's docket, it will be taken care of. And I've been in contact with Indiana prosecutor as well, Judge, and what he's telling me is correct.
You're talking about the 20th?
The 20th, yes. He's supposed to be in Indiana the 17th. They've already made him, now there's monitors off, he's free to travel.
June 20th will be the next hearing at the defendant's court for pre-trial.
State of Ohio versus Rainey County, case number CRB 24-4, CRA 24-191.
Previously, yeah, there's been contact with reset that because I got 2 new charges.
It's my understanding she is, at this point, ready to go back to the counseling center.
She is, Your Honor.
Stepping stones.
Well, she will. She does have a place.
I understand, but
Some of the things I in that text message, she's had issues with. And I think it was a combination of coming off that, to get the job, come up with subtext to get the job, her on the verge of getting allocation, and some of the financial stress that our family's under with place.
we're gonna have to hit the reset button, and she still has a felony pending, so you're not in charge of this. Like, you left yesterday after you were told not to, very strongly, and still took it upon yourself to make the decision, I'm gonna leave. Bad decision. I'm gonna make the decisions for you from now on, and you're going back to stepping stones. And you're gonna complete, and you're gonna do this for yourself, for Andrew, for Courageous, and your other 3 children. I'm not tolerating any deviations anymore. Or I'll send you down to common pleas, and you're facing prison. I don't want that for you. But I don't want you got it in your head that you were in charge. You're gonna make these decisions even when they're bad decisions, even when they affect your family adversely. Selfish decisions. So own it, repent from it, go on, and you can do well. You have done well. And I want to see you do well. I don't want to see you spend a day in jail, but it's in your hands. And I'm not tolerating any deviations anymore. Do you understand me? Okay. And Ryan, you can transport her or have someone transport her?
Yeah.
Okay, back to the counseling center. You've done very well there. And let's see you in 2 weeks. Are you here the 27th, Mr. Stratton?
The 27th
Of June?
Yes.
Okay, that's when she was scheduled anyway, so we'll just keep that date. That's already in the computer, June 27th. Okay.
Did you say the 27th, Your Honor?
27th, 2 weeks from today.
State of Ohio versus Charles Atkins, case number CRB 2588. A, B, C, and D. State of Ohio versus Tasha N. Atkins, case number CRB 2587, A and B.
This is Mr. Steyer's case for Tasha Atkins.
Your Honor, these matters were set for trial, however, we have reached an agreed to recommendation in both. I obviously only represent Ms. Atkins, but I think the same offer has been made to both individuals, which has been in exchange for a guilty plea to the A case. There's actually a B and a C, but they're all basically came out of the same incident. So I don't know if the state wants a plea to each or just wants one plea. But at any rate, the global recommendation on these is 30 days in jail with 28 days suspended, 30 hours of community service, a $100 fine, and court costs. Surrender of the animals, however, I believe that has already been accomplished. We're just going to formalize it through the entry. Ms. Adkins would like to report on July 7th, I'm sorry, I misspoke, July 7th of this year for her 2 days in jail, and Mr. Adkins would like to report
On the 27th,
of this month.
yes.
June 27th.
June 27th, yes.
We need to have the report at different times because of child care issues.
So the recommendation is 30 days in jail and 28 suspended, 2 to actually serve, 30 hours community service, surrender of the animals.
Yes, Your Honor.
And joint recommendation of a $100 fine too.
And obviously court costs.
Mr. Hill.
And that is correct, Your Honor.
All right, both Charles and Tasha have a right to make statements to the court. If you want to, you're not required to. Either of you have anything you want to say?
No, Your Honor, we don't.
Okay. I'll adopt what's been recommended to the court. For each, there'll be a $100 fine, plus court costs, 30 days in jail, 28 suspended. On Tasha, she's reporting for 2 days in jail on July the 7th. You will report here to this court by 11 a.m. to start your 2 days. You'll get transporters from here to the jail. 2 years of level 5 probation, surrender of the animal, which apparently has already happened. Review hearing on December the 12th of this year. That's a hearing to make sure you done your community service, paid your fines too. If you do it before then, you only have to come to the hearing.
So, report by 11 on the 27th from Mr. Atkins.
For Charles, was the clerk, she said the two.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, hers is July 7th, his is June 27th.
Actually, is John here? Yeah. Okay.
And on Charles Atkins, it's actually Charlie Atkins, sorry. Charlie Atkins is how it's entered in the computer in the complaints, Charlie Atkins. Same sentence except only difference is his report date is June 27th. So that's 2 weeks from today at 11 a.m. Both of them need to talk with Mr. Major in the probation office about their probation.
Yes.
Any questions?
His review date is December 12th also?
Yeah, December 12th. Both have December 12th as the review date.
Yeah, you don't. Well, you just completed everything but probation, so you're on probation. All right, we're good?
Your Honor, I think Mr. Kaplan is here. May I step through to go speak to him?
Yes.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Bruce Curry, case number CRB 25-124.
Mr. Curry just arrived just a little bit after 10, Your Honor, so I apologize for that
Set for pretrial today, is Mr. Stratton's case.
Yes.
He's at RRS,
Right.
and he has compliant with his treatment.
Yes.
So, but it doesn't look like their order, that they're saying he's completed, so I think we still need to monitor his progress.
Correct. Yes.
For another month.
Yes, Your Honor.
The 18th?
The 18th of July?
July.
Yes, that'll work.
July 18 is the next hearing for pretrial at 10 o'clock. You're doing what you're doing, Mr. Byrd.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls James Childers, case number CRB 23483, A and B. Roger, please.
Your Honor, it's my understanding he has done 40 hours of community service, I believe it was in Chapmanville. He had 60 to do. I have not called and verified it.
Okay.
I just received the email. But he will, if it's all right with court, he would need more time to do the other 20 hours.
Judge, I was going to ask for the same thing, additional time.
Does he prefer a Monday or Friday, does it matter?
Monday or Friday?
Friday, preferably.
Friday, preferably, Judge.
July 25th. Friday. And of course, there may be a conversation, but it looks like looks legitimate, because you got something on letterhead saying that work was done, so.
Yeah.
July 25th, and it'll be at 9 a.m. I'll withdraw the warrant.
And Judge, if he's completed community service and paid all fines and costs, does he have?
Confirm it with probation, I don't have to hear.
Okay, yes, just confirm with probation. They're good with it. Don't have to come back. 25th at 9.
Thanks, Roger.
Yeah. Ron. On Tasha Charlie Atkins, there was a B case.
We were moving to not only those, the other charges.
Okay, the other charges are not.
State of Ohio versus Edith Ruth Ann Gregory, case number CRB 25315.
Let's hold up for a second, clerk's doing some other entries.
Okay.
Okay.
Your Honor, I believe we have this resolved. Ms. Gregory is going to change her plea with the joint recommendation of suspended jail sentence, I believe 10 days suspended jail sentence with some anger management, and to stay away from the victim. I believe it's her brother. She's no longer, they don't live
They were neighbors at that time? or something?
She's since
Yes.
moved, so.
But I have moved.
You haven't met her?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever had counseling before? Haven't been to any of the agencies?
No,
Where are you
never.
living now?
Scottstown.
Okay. That's where all my family's from. And Mr. Hills too. He doesn't like, they don't like to admit it. We had one section of the family that kind of did better than all the rest. I'm from the dirt farmer section of the family. But they all came from out around Scottsdale.
I don't know, my mom talks a lot about that heritage, so I'm not sure that.
It's a beautiful place to live.
Yeah.
But it's not about me being from dirt farmers, that's actually true.
No, well, we try to avoid it.
So, okay, if you're in Scotttown, would you rather go to Ironton, South Point, or Chesapeake for treatment, to do counseling? Does it matter? It's equal distance from everywhere.
Doesn't matter.
Equally inconvenient to get to any of those places? Okay. RRS wants to talk to you, so I'm going to recommend you go there, or order you go there for part of your counseling. And they're just down the street from the court. Here in Chesapeake.
Okay, I'm not quite for sure where that's at.
Well, there's a fellow that's going to talk to you. He'll give you all the details that you need to know about how to get there and what to do. Okay. You ready? You need a case number? 25315. I'll impose a $150 fine. Court costs. 15 days of jail suspended on the condition that you get anger management counseling at RRS. The review hearing is December 12th of this year at 9 a.m. Level 5 probation for 2 years. She'll need to speak with Mr. Major about probation. He'll give you your judgment entry with what you're required to do.
Okay.
Your Honor, we're ready to go on. State of Ohio versus Stanley D. Bennett, case number CRA 25342, CRD 25343, CRD 251319, CRD 23163.
Your Honor, Mr. Bennett is a recent arraignment. We have him lined up. Yeah, I believe we have him lined up for treatment, but are waiting longer. I'm here Monday, but then after that, I'm not here again until.
Well, let's see if we can get Mr. Major. Does he have any information on the law enforcement situation? Maybe you do, Mr. Cooper.
I will go ask, Your Honor.
No, yeah, I guess I was assuming there wasn't a monitor available, which.
Well, there hasn't been. I know they're in short supply.
Your Honor, if I may, I believe there's still one or two on the list.
Okay. Well, one thing I can do is after court, I'll go through the list of our people that are on a monitor, and there may be some I can take off, and that would free up the monitor.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and put him on the docket though for Monday in case one is not available for in. So that's the 16th.
Yes, Your Honor, 16.
Okay, Mr. Bennett, we're still looking for a monitor for you. I'll see what I can do to shake one loose today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you Monday.
Okay, appreciate it.
State of Ohio versus Tara Kerr, number CRA 25332. Andrew Mills is on deck.
Here occurred is Mr. Smith's case, set for preliminary hearing. She's still in the jail and currently has a holder from someplace else, or?
We're waiting on a monitor, yeah.
And Mr. Smith in the courtroom. Roger Smith.
Sorry.
Here occurred is waiting on a monitor.
Yes, Judge, we were here, I think it was last Friday, and she was on a list for the monitors, and I see her in jail. I'm assuming she didn't get one.
Right.
I don't know how close we are.
Well, they're saying, I think there's still two in front. So what I'm going to do is go through our list of people on monitors. If there's anyone I can take off and free up. On a previous case, very similar to this, I just put it on the docket for Monday.
That'd be fine, Judge.
You're going to be here then?
I will be here, yes.
Next hearing, June 16th. Preliminary hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Amber Mills, case number CRB 23621, CRB 23556. Jesse Lee Friend is on deck.
Oh, she's on there.
Well, warrant has been outstanding for Ms. Mills for a while, and she left treatment.
I think February 28th, Your Honor.
March, I think it was.
February, I think, was when she failed to appear for court.
She left treatment in March 6th.
Yeah.
So what's, you have any proposals to what you want to see happen, or?
Your Honor, they'll take her back. Maybe we can put an ankle monitor on her and do that. And that would be, like you say, far worse situation if you would cut that off or take it off. So,
What's the state's position?
She was back in court on a probation violation, is that right?
Well, some of these are, yeah, it looks like they were probation violations.
Yeah, she probably had no contact order that was in place from, well, I mean, I still think that there may be actually another charge involving.
New one coming?
It may be, I'm just being told that. Yeah, where is that charge now? We just got a report or something. I wonder if she's been arraigned on it. Is there a new charge?
I don't have, is it here, would it be in this court?
Wait a minute, maybe I don't understand.
Her father got a charge, I arraigned him.
Okay, that's what it is. All right. Well, obviously GPS is an important component of this since she disappeared for a long period of time, but if they will take her back and she has the monitoring, I think we'd be okay with that.
and it sounds like we might not have any monitors for a minute, so.
Put it on Monday.
Put it on Monday. Yeah, I'm here Monday.
June 16th will be the next hearing. I'll look to try to free up some monitors after court today. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Jesse Lee Friend, case number CRA 25355, and Derek Jenkins is on that.
Sir, are you Jesse Lee Friend?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Friend, it's alleged that there's a warrant for your arrest in Mason County, West Virginia, and they're asking that you be extradited on these charges. Looks like 2 charges: willful and intentional removal, injury to, or destruction of property of more than $2,500, fleeing from law enforcement in a vehicle, and showing reckless indifference to the safety of others. Those are the 2 charges I'm informed that you have in Mason County, West Virginia. You have a right to what's called an extradition hearing in this court to determine if you are the Jesse Lee Friend that's sought by West Virginia authorities, and if I should order you to go to that jurisdiction on these charges. You have a right to have that extradition hearing and to have an attorney appointed to represent you at that extradition hearing if you can't afford one. The other option you have is you can agree to go to West Virginia and face the charges, and that means you're waiving the extradition hearing. And it doesn't mean you're admitting that the charges are true, you're just giving up your right to contest the return or being sent to West Virginia. How do you want to proceed, sir? Do you want a lawyer in this court, or do you want to agree to go to West Virginia?
A lawyer in this court, I would imagine.
Okay, do you have a job?
No, sir.
You have no income?
No, sir.
All right. I'll appoint Mr. Smith, Roger Smith. He's a West Virginia lawyer as well, so he's got license in both Ohio and West Virginia.
Okay.
So this would be the court, and they ride a circuit, don't they?
Yes.
Point Pleasant and,
They don't, Putnam maybe sometimes?
yeah.
They come, yes, they do. They have different.
Okay, so I'm going to appoint Mr. Smith to represent you. This sounds kind of serious on both of these charges, so I'm going to set a bond of $5,000, cash or surety. So if you got $5,000 cash that you can post with the clerk, and do that, I'll release you and order you to go turn yourself in Mason County, West Virginia. If you do it, and that gets confirmed, the whole $5,000 gets returned to you. If you cannot post the $5,000, you can use a bail bondsman. You have to pay them a fee, and you lose that fee. But then if you don't go turn yourself in, they're going to track you down because they don't want to have to forfeit the $5,000. Do you think you can post a bond either by cash or surety?
No, sir. Is there any way I can get a bond reduction?
Well, you can talk to your lawyer about it.
I'll call down and talk to you here in just a few minutes.
Okay.
And I would ask the jailer to keep him close by because I'm literally going to call in the next 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'll put it on the docket and see what we got here.
Okay.
Not Monday, it's terrible. I'll set it for June 20th.
That's fine.
But if he decides today he wants to waive, he can bring it back.
We will have a discussion. Yes, sir.
June 20th will be, the next hearing will be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. Here's the court's file. Your lawyer's going to call and talk to you on the phone.
Yes, sir. You have a good day.
Two.
State of Ohio versus Derek A. Jenkins, case number CRB 25356.
Yes.
Hey, Derek Jenkins, is that you, sir? Derek Jenkins, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jenkins, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court, which is in Chesapeake, Ohio. This is your arraignment, what's called your arraignment hearing. You are appearing in the court on a monitor, and your image and what you say is being recorded, and everybody that's in the courtroom can see it. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you do make statements, it's all on the record. It can be used against you because it's being recorded. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bond, and to make the state of Ohio prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with domestic violence. It alleges on June 12th, 2025, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Heather Jenkins. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, domestic violence charge, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed to represent you.
Do I have a lawyer?
Do you want me to consider appointing you one? If you don't have enough money to hire one, and you meet the guidelines, I can appoint one. If you have plenty of money, then I can't appoint one. You have to hire your own.
Yeah, I'd rather go. I can't.
You have a job.
Yes, I have a job.
Where do you work?
All in one concrete.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yes.
How much?
I'm paid by the day, $300 a day.
How many days a week do you work?
About 3 at the least.
I have to determine your gross annual income. So, do you file an income tax return?
Yes, I have a 1099 every year, but my job is seasonal. It's, like I said, I work 6 months out of the year.
What does your 1099 show?
When does it do?
What does it show? What does it show your annual income is?
Like 40,000 a year.
Do you have children?
I have stepchildren, yes.
Well,
no biological, no.
okay, you don't qualify for court-appointed counsel. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Jenkins?
Your Honor, if it please the court, it's reported that Mr. Jenkins was arrested in Ironton after this happened, and the report indicates that he was also in possession of something, narcotic of some sort, so there's probably...
There's going to be charges there, too?
It looks like it. So, given that, just for the time being, we ask for a $2,500 cash or surety bond, and then we'll figure out, and we're also going to want a protection order, of course.
Mr. Jenkins, do you have someplace you can go live other than with Heather?
Yes.
Where would that be?
My parents' house.
Who are your parents?
Piketown, Ohio.
Who are your parents?
Who are they?
Yes, sir.
Darren and Rhoda Jenkins.
And they live in Piketon?
Yes, sir.
Do you know the address?
It's 1050 State Route 220, Piketon, Ohio.
Okay.
4
I'm going to set your bond at $2,500 cash for surety. The prosecutor's alleging there's going to be additional charges coming on you for some sort of narcotics violation, it sounds like?
That's what it indicated in the report.
Okay. But I'll let you out on a bond, so if you can post $2,500 cash with the clerk, you get it all back as long as you come to all your hearings at the end of your case. If you can't post $2,500, you can hire a bail bond fund, pay them a fee, and then they're guaranteeing you show up. And if you don't show up, they'll come snatch you up and take you to the jailhouse.
Can I ask you a question about how this happened?
No?
Like what
You can
happened?
ask the question, but I'm not going to answer it. That's not.
Right, well, I got hit with a drill, like she threw it.
Sir, you're out of order. We're not gonna talk about what happened.
You're telling me to shut up?
I am. If you wanna put it in that. Okay, I'm finding you in contempt. You're sentenced to 15 days in jail. Cancel the warrant, the bond. I'll set your next hearing a week from today, and you will be in jail till then, June 20th, at 10 o'clock.
Your Honor, we have some recalls at the jail, but we're not ready for those yet.
Okay, let's let the clerk catch up.
Okay.
I need an order on the contempt. Okay.
State of Ohio versus Jordan Williamson here at the court, case number CRB 25273, A&D. Mr. Strange's case.
That's not since Steyer on it.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Steyer's case. Jordan Williamson. There's been some money paid into the court. I don't know if that was part of it. It was a bond and it's like a bond was supposed to.
I don't think there were any old cases pending with this. I thought it was just the new case. I've not seen Mr. Williamson today, however, Your Honor.
Judy Goodman posted $1,250 cash bond for Jordan Williamson.
Your Honor, I have contact information for Mr. Williamson. I know you normally would allow 7 days before a warrant. I'm not going to be here on 7 days from now, but I'm going to try to get a hold of him and ask him to be here for Monday if I could.
Okay. I'll go ahead and start the process. He's got 7 days to come in. If he's here Monday, there won't be a warrant issued by then. And the bond's going to be forfeited if he doesn't show up.
What date, Your Honor? 6/20, did you say?
I didn't continue. I just want to go ahead and issue, start the process for a warrant. But if he comes in Monday, the warrant won't have been issued by then. And we'll recall it then. Might want to get all the two. I don't know who that person is that posted his bond for. They're going to lose their money.
It's a phone number, Your Honor, we'll do that.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Kayla Harris, case number PRD 211692, CRB 21209.
This is Mr. Steyer's case, pre-trial.
When did you do that last? When did you take the test? Was it the written or the driving?
Okay. Your Honor, the main thing that's holding us up at this point is Ms. Harris is attempting to get her license back. She took the written test last week and did not pass that. She's studying to try to take it again. I believe everything else has been dealt with except this driving under suspension ticket. And if it were to go in without her getting her license back, it's going to lead to an additional suspension, which would obviously hinder her a great deal, although I'd rather we're taking up time on the court's docket. I think it's probably worth allowing her some more time to try to do that. I think the goal of getting licenses back is probably,
They have, well, I don't know if they have a booklet anymore. Back in ancient times, when things were in paper, they had a little booklet. You have to read the booklet if you want to pass, because they ask you crazy stuff like, what is the minimum tread depth that you can have on a tire to be legal? You're not going to know that unless you read that booklet. It's like 30 seconds or something.
Yeah, I bought,
If you read it, you're going to know it.
I bought 2 books from Walmart, the study guide, so I hope I have the right books.
is there a time limit on how often you can take the test, or is anything like that? Is it like they say you have to wait a month or anything like that?
It's like, I think I can take once a week.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we weren't gonna come back before she was even allowed to take it again. I'm here. Oh, goodness. I have a lot of days that I'm not here coming up. I'm here the 27th. That may be, a little optimistic, but I've got a bunch of jury trials and things right after that, so it's gonna be difficult to get anything scheduled.
June 20, 2 weeks, June 27th. Next hearing. Pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
And Your Honor, I do have court in West Virginia that day as well, but that's at 9 a.m. and it's magistrate court, so I think I should probably be over here. That usually doesn't stretch out too long.
State of Ohio versus Carolyn Jacks, case number CRA 25341.
Carolyn Jacks is Mr. Morford's case. She's OVP, I hope, that's what she's supposed to be.
That's what we arranged in the marathon last Friday, Judge.
That's all right, that's Ms. Jacks, is appearing by teleconference. You're Carolyn Jacks?
Yes.
And you're an OVP?
Yes, I'm an OVP right there.
Okay. And how much longer are you supposed to be there?
I'm not for sure, Judge. I assume, I don't know. It's whatever you say.
Okay. Well, that's different, because usually they have a date they want to kick you out by, so.
They pick me up on Monday evening.
Okay, this past Monday, the 9th? Well, you're probably going to be there for about at least a month, so why don't we come back and say 3 weeks? Are you here on July? Can you be here on the 3rd?
Yes.
That's a Thursday. Because the 4th is, July 4th is Friday.
That'd be all of that. So,
Your lawyer's checking his schedule.
I'm free in the morning, Judge, on that day.
Okay, July 3rd is going to be your next hearing, ma'am.
okay.
You can appear, as long as you're still at OVP, you can appear by teleconference. A lot of times they bring people, so if Brianna's here, she'll probably bring you to court. She's not here today. Okay, July 3rd, stay in treatment like you're doing. We'll see you again, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Judge.
Good Butch.
State of Ohio versus James P. Batchett, case number CRA 2525AZ.
This is Mr. Smith's case. We're looking for a report.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Angela?
They're still not emailing.
It's a positive report.
Yes, sir.
Looks like he's still going to continue with ARC, so we can set another date.
Mid-July, what's your schedule?
Any Friday, Your Honor?
18th?
That's fine.
July 18th, is the next hearing.
10 a.m.?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Continue what you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
State of Ohio versus Jonathan Gibson, case number CRA 2597, CRB 2598.
Mr. Smith's case, preliminary hearing, pre-trial. Well, he's already pled guilty to the misdemeanor. We have a bond.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes. Is that what that is? Good report. Sounds like you're learning some stuff and working on things.
Absolutely.
Good job. And you stayed. I took the monitor off of you and you didn't run.
Nope.
So that's good. Same date?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Next hearing is July 18th. Keep up the good work, Mr. Gibson.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus William E. Hargis, case number CRA 25178.
Your Honor, back on the 9th, Mr. Argus had a assessment done that said no services were needed. You had him test or attempt to test that day. He was unable to. And he spent that.
Did you test today?
I have not.
Okay.
I was getting to that. But I didn't test today. Well, that's alcohol THC. All right. This is a felony, Your Honor, so, I mean.
You want to try it again and be honest with the folks when you go back for your assessment?
Well, I've told her that I've done marijuana.
Well, you tested for alcohol and marijuana, but, I mean, we could just send it on to the grand jury and let them deal with it. If you don't want to get treatment, that's probably the best option. Maybe they'll let you come in and testify in front of the grand jury, and you convince some of your fellow citizens here in Lawrence County that you don't need advice.
Well, she never say anything. I've been going to OVP, whatever.
You are now?
Yes, sir, I'm still going through her.
Well, I can't verify that because we don't have anybody here from OVP.
Your Honor, we do.
Oh, we do? Okay, sorry. I didn't, no,
I'm still saying
ain't.
ain't.
She wasn't here. You brought Mr. Keplinger?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that. You probably don't know anything about Mr. Harvey, so do you?
No, I work at the inpatient center, but I can find out.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's recall it.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Yes, what's
We'll
the name?
recall it. His name is William E. Hargis. Hargis. We'll recall it. Thank you, ma'am.
Hey, Sean, you can do this tomorrow.
State of Ohio versus Arthur W. Williams Jr., case number CRA 25324, PRC 131736.
Mr. Stratton's case.
I do have a letter from OVP from Mr. Williams.
Okay.
It's kind of a weird letter, so, yeah, it talks about an assessment, and then it talks about nothing else about the assessment, so.
Okay.
She's gonna come back on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, letter.
Well, I take it to mean that he must have taken some kind of test, but and they thought it was inconclusive, and they sent it out for further lab work, I would think. So they sent it out for verification, so.
Yeah, but he went there to get an assessment that there's no, hey, he's assessed for this. It doesn't say anything
It's
about.
very vague.
Yeah, it is.
What's the state? And his is a felony too, so.
His is. This was arraigned on the 30th of May, so this is our first, he was to go get assessed, and so I just think maybe we set in a couple weeks and then see what OVP says about that. When are you supposed to go back?
Well, one thing I would tell
Tuesday.
them, I mean, you were charged with possession of methamphetamine. I don't know if you told them that, but you might tell them that, and maybe that would change their mind about what, if it's inconclusive on their assessment, so.
Well, Your Honor, he did tell them that, so.
Okay. So when did you want to come back?
Whenever's convenient for the court, he's going back over there on Tuesday, so. Let's see if
Well, you said you weren't available on the 3rd, right, or July?
that week I'm not, I'm out of town.
Soccer camp of some sort.
Regionals in DC, yes, yeah. It's always soccer, Your Honor.
How about the 7th of July?
And I have a trial that week, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
The whole week?
It's a murder trial, so I expect it to be a 5 days.
14th?
14th will work, yes.
Okay, July 14 will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock.
July 14th, all right. Hey, just asking for a little bit more detail on that letter. Okay, thanks.
State of Ohio recalls Jesse Lee Friend at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 25-355.
Mr. Smith's case on an extradition issue.
Correct, Judge. I spoke with Mr. Friend. I also got a hold of Gary Sanders. Mr. Friend believes he can post a bond in the amount of $5,000. Has Gary gotten a hold of you yet? He told me a little bit ago he's trying to get a hold of you.
Yes, sir, I got a number right here for you, if it's gonna pay it.
Oh, you have somebody that can pay it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Mr. Sowers would handle that.
Yeah, from here, that's what I'm at.
You want to give Mr. Smith the number and he can pass it on?
I can't, because I'm in communication with Mr. Sowers right now. He's trying to get a hold of you. What is it, the number?
740.
Yes, sir.
285. 3811.
3811. Can we recall this, Judge? Or I can get hold of him now, but I don't know how soon he'll get me back.
Who is this person, the number you just gave?
My sister, her name is Samantha Friend.
Is she local?
Yes.
Okay. I'll get Gary right now, Judge. If you want.
Well, if he's...
You feel confident she'll do it? Have you already took your sister, I guess?
She just finding out where it's going.
Okay. Then, Judge, I think we're good, actually. Because
Okay.
Gary said he will write the bond, he just hasn't had a chance to communicate. If he's got somebody.
You want him to go ahead and sign the waiver then? Or?
Yes. Well, what we're going to do, we talked about, I'm going to send a waiver up, that way Mr. Sanders will post the bond. You can turn yourself into Mason County. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, Judge.
So I'm going to give you a week to turn yourself in. You've got to turn yourself in before 8 a.m. June 20th.
Okay.
And he would go to Point Pleasant,
Yeah,
right?
Point Pleasant is correct.
To probably the sheriff's office.
Yes. It's right there, it's right attached to the courthouse, the sheriff's office.
And then if for some reason you can't get there, you have to appear in this court in Chesapeake that day at 10 a.m. Otherwise, the warrant will get issued from this court for you.
Yes, sir. Okay.
I will be here Friday, next Friday, Judge. In that event.
And you have his contact information, other contact information?
I think I might have another call, but go ahead and give me, what's your good phone number again? I think I've got it at the office, but what is it? Remind me. Yes, sir.
740.
Right.
648. 5190.
All right. I'm going to follow up with you to make sure you got a hold of Gary, everything's done, and you've turned yourself in, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
All right, you got to do it. right.
Okay, we're gonna send a waiver down for you to sign, just saying that you will go turn yourself in within the next week after point closed. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And if you don't, you have to appear in Chesapeake and explain why you didn't do it.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Let me ask you this, what is your sister's name, so I can tell Mr. Sowers?
Samantha Brown.
Samantha, okay, thank you. We're finished with Lawrence County Jail.
Okay, that finishes up at the jail, so we're back to hearings here in court.
State of Ohio, State of Ohio versus Automates Clark, case number TRC 25707, A, B, and C.
Clark is Mr. Smith's case, it's preliminary hearing and pretrial. She's in Land Goshen.
She said Tuesday, so we can
Major Springs, looking for work at this time. Complying with their counsel.
Honor, she has been in contact with Dalrymple at QRT. She's considered, they have a meeting formally on Tuesday. I don't know if you want to set this Friday, how busy next Friday is.
It's not too bad.
If we could do that, she'll have a chance on Tuesday to speak to Ms. Dalrymple about the QRT program.
All right, we'll pass or just set it for another hearing on June 20th to decide if she's going to participate in QRT.
There's also the matter of the pending OVI that we checked for results. It's a urine screen, and we don't have those back yet. However, we do have the results of the possession charge. The drugs were verified as meth, so we do have that.
Okay. And, wow, April the 12th.
A lot of urine pouring in there from different directions right now.
I guess. They need to hire a few more folks.
I would think so.
Okay, June 20th is the next hearing.
See you at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, yeah, for today. See you then. Keep up good work.
State of Ohio versus Dagger Devon Leonard, case number CRB 2543, TRC 25691,
June 20th.
A, B, and CRA 25195.
This is Mr. Smith's case.
Your Honor, looks like there's a certificate as well, if I can approach.
Yes. Okay, are we ready to do the sentencing today? How do you want to proceed?
We wouldn't be opposed to that, Your Honor. I'm just...
There was a plea last time, I believe.
Yeah, he pled to the theft and the OVI, and the possession was left pending for him to complete his treatment. So they completed?
Your Honor, I don't have a problem with, he's still, looks like he's still treating with RRS too, and he is on an ankle monitor right now, so if he were to be sentenced, we'd ask that the ankle monitor be removed so he can seek employment and he can continue with RRS.
We got 3 people waiting on a monitor today, at least, in the court. Okay, Mr. Leonard, anything you want to tell me before I sentence you?
No, sir.
Okay. Your reports are good. So let's start with the OVI. That's 25,619 A and B. Okay. It's a first offense. Okay, there was a refusal, but you're going to treatment. So what I'm going to do, usually on a refusal, I give people a $1,000 fine, so I'm going to impose $1,000. But I'm going to suspend $500 of that $1,000 if you complete treatment. I'll order you to pay court costs. I'll order you to do 5 days of community service. I'm going to order you to do the DIP school, which is the driver intervention counseling program, but I'll not require you to do that if you complete treatment. So there's another, what is it now, $400 or $500 you can save yourself if you do complete your treatment. So we're up to close to $1,000 you can save yourself by doing treatment. License suspension will be 6 months, and that I'll start it the day of the offense, so it'll be good until September 27th, is your license suspension. If you show proof of insurance and you get a job, I'll give you some driving privileges. Oh, I can't. I just saw it. You have a charge of no driver's license, so I can't give you driving privileges if you don't have a driver's license, so take that part out. You have to get your driver's license before I can give you that driving privileges. So that was one of the charges. So that's the B case, no operator's license. I'll impose a $100 fine on that. Set his review hearing for July 25th, since you're still in treatment. I want to monitor what you're doing in treatment. I will order his monitor removed.
I also have 3 monitors waiting to be transferred to Carl Weld's office. They just haven't been arranged yet. So as soon as that happens, our cable monitor will open up.
Okay, so we're going to have some more.
Yes.
Okay, on the theft, that's 2543. Case number. Okay, on that, $100 fine, court costs. I'm going to do 30 days in jail, all suspended, on condition that you complete treatment. This is the hardest part of this sentence for you, where you stay out of all Walmarts. Not allowed to go in Walmarts anymore. 2 years probation, review hearing. What is it, 25th, I think, July 25th. July 25th is your review hearing. And then you have a felony possession, that's going to let it pen. If you do complete your treatment and do well, it'll get dismissed. It's the most serious charge, it'll go away. So you got a bunch of incentive to do well in treatment. And if you do, you'll never see the dark side of the jail door. So, any questions, Mr. Winter?
No, sir.
Okay. Keep doing what you're doing. And talk to Mr. Major about getting that ankle monitor taken off.
Okay.
He'll give you the judgment entry with everything. His office is to your left, and you'll park in the hallway. And you'll go straight back, and you'll see us. All right. That's it. Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Tommy L. Scarberry, case number TR 2473, APCND.
Mr. Stratton's case on the sentencing document.
You got copies now?
It's like what you should be doing. You're doing what, you're trying. Yeah. Did you?
But he is the one good.
Huh?
But he is the one good.
Yeah.
Okay, so on him, what I'd like to do is, before I sentence him, have another, since he just got recently,
Yeah.
get another month worth of treatment and see what that report is before I sentence him.
Yes, Your Honor, that's
Okay.
fine.
So let's set it for a sentencing, will be another sentencing hearing, and so that you're out till about the 14th, right?
Yeah,
So
so,
let's set it for July 14th
yes.
for sentencing.
All right.
State of Ohio recalls William E. Hargis, case number CRA 25178.
Your Honor, he is compliant with OVPs. There was a letter on the 8th where he said he didn't need services. He went back, and she could, go ahead.
I confirm that he is in compliance, he goes every Tuesday with the OCP and Huntington outpatient service.
Yeah. So he's doing what he should do. So
How do you want to proceed then?
it is a felony, Your Honor. Like to keep it here. Yeah.
July 14th?
Yeah, July 14th.
July 14th, Mr. Hargis will be your next hearing.
Thank you.
All right, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for checking on that.
State of Ohio versus Thomas W. Ward II, case number CRA 25121, CRB 25122 A and B, CRB 24719, CRA 24259.
So you're moving into an apartment of your own?
Yes, just got there 2 days ago.
Okay.
He's in transitional living, Your Honor.
You have a job now?
Not yet.
Just looking for one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think we see progress in this report, so I'm happy with that, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr.
Your
Ward's
monitor already got removed, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Come back in a month?
So 14th or 18th would be about a month, 21st, any of those days
18th?
are good. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
July 18th will be Mr. Ward's next hearing. 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job. Thanks.
State of Ohio versus L. Smith, case number TRD 25385, CRB 2452. Ellis Smith.
Alice Smith is set for sentencing. And this was the person who said they wanted to try to get their license reinstated. They haven't appeared today. So it'll be a benchmark for failure to appear.
State of Ohio recalls Alicia Fell, case number TRD 20-2695.
Fell is here now. There was a review hearing earlier.
Yes, sir.
It's on DUS. We have done a day of community service since your last hearing, and you still have a few more days left, and
Yes.
fines and costs.
Yes, sir. I can pay a little on my fine today, and I was wondering if I would be able to get a little more time to finish my community service and finish my fine.
What can you pay on your fine?
$25.
When can you do another day of community service?
Monday, or Saturday. Actually, I can do it tomorrow.
Okay, that's good. We'll put you down for that.
Thank you so much.
And go see the clerk and make your $25 payment, and I'll set your next review will be July 18th.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
You'll see the clerk.
State of Ohio versus William Kaplinger, case number CRA 24-631, and CRB 11-1152, A, B, and C.
He's in the back.
He's in Holman.
Yes. Have you seen his results?
Your Honor, to begin with, Mr. Captain, I'd like to apologize to you for leaving on Monday.
I was scared, Your Honor. I was someone that I was terrified. I want to get help that I need.
He did, he has reported to, I guess we'd say semi-voluntarily to OPP, where he is now, my understanding is residential.
Yes.
When did he arrive there?
I want to say Monday.
So I would assume that the fentanyl and marijuana in his system predate his time there at OPP.
I certainly hope so.
I don't know if epinephrine is prescribed or not, so I didn't speak to it. So it's prescribed.
Where are you getting the prescription?
Of
From OVP?
his Suboxone. What are we talking about?
Suboxone.
Yes, he gets it from us.
Well, he's also tested positive for fentanyl and THC.
I do not have the results from Monday since he's been there, but sometimes it does, obviously, it could stay in your system.
Okay.
THC particularly.
Yes.
THC particularly, obviously, that we haven't been there long enough necessarily to fentanyl. So I would hope that further testing will show those diminishing and then gone.
All right. I order you to remain at OVP inpatient. If you decide to leave, just go directly to the jail, because that's where you're headed.
So I don't know what sort of time frame you wanted to come back on Monday. Seems too early to know anything.
20 weeks.
27th is the next day I'm here.
That's good. June
Other than
27th. June 27th will be his next hearing.
Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you for fetching him here today.
Yes, no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, we're finished other than your meeting in chambers.
Okay. Court's adjourned, subject to our conference call with Athens Behavioral Hospital on 8-year price. We'll do that in chambers.